They told us to forget about slavery. They tell us sweep it under a carpet, man.
Right.
Slavery happened hundreds of years ago. Forget about it.
Right.
But when you go talk to a Jewish man about a so-called Holocaust and tell him forget about a Holocaust, he ready to kill you.
Right.
You understand? Right now, they're still having court for those so-called Nazis God.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
They're breathing out an oxygen tank in a wheelchair and being wheeled in to a court to be judged for a crime they committed over 50 years ago.
Right.
And America tells us to forget about slavery. To hell with America. We should never forget what America did to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
I.S.U.P.K.
When? About 20 years ago.
Right.
You understand? America didn't forget about 9/11. They put up Ground Zero in New York. They have a celebration every year on 9/11 to remember those who were killed.
Right.
But they tell us to forget about slavery.
Right.
They give us 1 month in the year, the shortest month in the year,
Right.
February, to remember black history. Like black history is just 1 month? How much of a slave can we be in America to take 1 month, the shortest month out the year?
Right.
Then you get Gay Pride Month, which is what, in July? They got a whole, what, 31 days? You understand? To enjoy Gay Pride? You understand? America has treated us like slaves.
Right.
And continue to treat us like slaves. We want to bend the knee to love America. Give me that in the Apocrypha, where it says don't bend your knees. Don't bend your knees. Give me Ecclesiasticus, I believe either 28 and 18. Get it for me, where it says don't bend your knees. Don't beg, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian. We should not beg. We should not get on our knees. We should not be marching in the streets saying, no justice, no peace. We have been doing that since Martin Luther King. And what happened? What happened today? Ain't nothing changed. Barack Obama went in on the slogan, hope and change. Things got worse after Barack Obama. Because politics is about tricking blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian. Politics don't work for black people, Hispanics, and Native Indian. Guess who it works for? Your so-called oppressor. It works for them. You understand? Tell me the so-called Chinese who gotta get people to go vote. Chinese don't vote. East Indian don't vote. But yet and still, they're doing what? They're enjoying America. The so-called East Indian, they own a ton of the Dunkin' Donuts. You understand? You got the Arabs coming across here, own a ton of the fried wings stores in your community. You understand? Give me it. Read.
The book Ecclesiasticus, chapter 40, verse 28. My son, lead not a beggar's life.
My son what?
Lead not a beggar's life.
God is telling blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian, we should not lead a what?
A beggar's life.
A beggar's life. You understand? God gave you the same right your so-called oppressor was born with. The same right. You ain't got to march for rights, for civil rights, from a man who not even civil. Your so-called oppressor is not a civil man. He is a beast. Read.
For better it is to die than...
Hold on. For better it is to what?
It is to die.
For better it is to what?
Die.
To die. You understand? For better it is to die than to beg.
That's right.
Don't beg your oppressor. Don't beg America for justice, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You get to the knees tonight and you pray to the Almighty God. Face the east and pray to God for justice. That's what you get on your knees for. You understand? And you don't even get a gun and get on your knees. You face the east, raise your hand to the east, and pray to God. We don't got to get on our knees to pray to our God. We stand and face the east and pray to God. You understand? And beg him for justice. Beg him for justice for Tamir Rice. Beg him for justice for Trayvon Martin. Beg him for justice for Nat Turner. For Red Cloud. Beg him for justice for what they did to the Native Indians, for what they did to black people in slavery. We ain't forgetting about it, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian. Read.
My son, lead not a beggar's life, for better it is to die than to beg.
Better it is to what?
Die than to beg.
Better it is to die than to beg. You understand? The Bible says don't trim your ways to seek love. Don't trim your ways, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian. Don't. Your so-called oppressor, he don't trim his ways to seek love. So guess what? You don't trim your ways to seek love, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's right.
Don't. You understand? Give up Christmas. You understand? Give up Labor Day. Give up 4th of July. Give up all of the celebration that America tried to push on us. You understand? Texas right now is getting rid of the Bible in all schools in Texas. Right now. They ain't getting rid of the American Constitution because to America, their Constitution means more than the Bible. And they're right.
That's right.
Because their Constitution is their Bible. Our Bible is this Bible right here, this King James Bible. This is God's words. This is the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian Bible. You understand? That's our Bible.
What?
Read.
Verse 29. The life of him that depended on another man's table is not to be counted for a life.
You understand? That's why your so-called oppressor look at us that way. You understand? Right now, your Chinese are what? The Chinese are communists. They're communists. And they have what? Chinatown in almost every major state in America. How is that? And they're communists. And they got major stores in every major city. Why? Why? Because Chinese don't trim their ways to seek love from the oppressor. You understand? These other nations don't trim their ways to seek love. Only blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We the one march. We the one ready to forgive your so-called oppressor. But let a black man owe you $1. Let a black man owe you $1. And you're ready to put him to debt. But you'll forgive your so-called oppressor for over 400 years of slavery in a heartbeat.
That's right.
Read.
For he polluted himself with other men's meat.
But we pollute ourselves with other man's meat. We pollute ourselves with Christianity.
Right.
We pollute ourselves with Christmas.
Right.
We pollute ourselves with accepting abortion.
Right.
Abortion is child murder.
Right.
That's abortion. Abortion in woman health. That's child murder.
Right.
That's what it is. Let's say what it is. You're a woman walking into an abortion clinic, you're a murderer. And America is teaching you to be a murderer. And they don't teach you the psychological effect it has on a black woman after she has committed that abortion, man. She's destroyed, just like a woman when she gets raped. A woman that is raped, right? The Bible make it nigh on to that woman being murdered. She's destroyed. She has to become somebody totally brand new. You understand? And abortion is the same way. When you rip that life away from you, you rip that life away from you, you are not going to be the same for the rest of your life. When you look into that mirror, you are looking at a murderer. Read.
But a wise man, well nurtured, will beware thereof.
But a wise man, you want to be wise? You come grab a flyer.
That's right.
You come grab a flyer. Wise meaning what? Meaning making righteous decisions according to the Bible. You understand? Righteous decision. You're going to sit down and watch those Christian doors open and not step foot in it. Because you know the fruit that a Christian church has produced. You can go into the Christian church right now and be gay and it's normal. Be that tambourine on your hip, be all soft and fruity in the Christian church, and it's all normal. God loves you no matter what. Full out lying to black people, man. Full out lying to black people. You got a preacher telling his congregation to buy him a Movado watch. For what? You need a Movado watch to tell the time we living in? Negro, are you simple? Are you dumb? Do you see black people starving in America, man? You got Hispanic people on the border locked up in cages and you want a Movado watch? You want a Rolls Royce? God need to come and deal with you swiftly.
That's right.
God need to come and deal with you swiftly, like he did with Eddie Long for molesting boys. And getting up in the congregation and saying what? I feel like David and I ain't sure one stone as yet. Well, God threw one stone at your chest and you're dead, Negro. Just drop a stone, Negro, from God. You're in the grave. Read.
Verse 30. Begging is sweet in the mouth of the shameless.
Begging is what?
Sweet in the mouth of the shameless.
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. You are shameless. You understand? You are shameless.
Right.
And black men, you should have some shame, man. Hispanic men, Native Indian men, we should have some shame. Some sort of shame. And Christianity has taken that away from us. Going into the Islam mosque has taken that shame away from us, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We have to get out this religion, man. This religion has taken our shame away. The shame that God said we're supposed to have, they took it away. Read.
But in his belly there shall burn a fire.
But in his belly there shall burn a fire. Look at black people today. God is so poetic with his words. In his belly is burning what? Fire. Black people are starving in America. We're starving. Go ask a drug dealer why he's selling drugs. I can't get no work. This is, you know what I mean? This is the way it's the only way I can feed my family. Go ask a sister why she's swinging on a pole, showing her behind. She ain't got no shame, right? Why? Because she got to feed her daughter. She's a single mom. You understand? Go ask the sisters that are lining up to commit abortion. Why are they doing it? Because they ain't got no money. There's a burning in their belly from begging. You understand? The church had made over $400 billion over the span of what? 30, 50 years? Like black people got money, but it's going to the wrong place, man. That's like you have money, and instead of you take the money and invest it into your house, you go gamble it and lose all the money. You ain't got wisdom. You go give it to somebody who ain't got the wisdom to help take care of your future. Your Christian pastor is not taking care of the future, he's taking care of himself. Go ask Creflo Dollar, T.D. Jakes, Al Sharpton, who they care about most. They're gonna tell you. Look at their lives. They tell you who they care about the most. they care about themselves the most.
Right.
Your politician cares about himself the most.
Right.
Read. Yeah, go to Jeremiah now. All right? We've been here. We're trying to teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian the truth according to the Bible. Because if we leave it up to the Christian church, black people will be going into a black hole, more deeper into a black hole every day.
Right.
With no end. No end in sight. That's Christianity for you, man. Like quicksand. Read.
Call it's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 33. Why trimmest thou way to seek love?
The Bible is saying, why do we trim our ways to seek love? It's so literal. Why you gotta have that smooth face, that smooth bald head to go to put on that tie to go to your oppressor's slavery? You understand? Why you gotta do it? Why you can't grow your hair? Like it's in your culture right here in the Bible.
Right.
Samson had long hair.
Right.
You understand? He had long hair. His hair was braided. You understand? These brothers in here, you read some of these brothers with their hair shaven bald and they're ashamed. They're ashamed. But we trim our ways just so that America can love us.
Right.
You understand? We trim our ways. We too ashamed to sit down when the national anthem is played.
That's right.
We too ashamed to do it. Why? Why are we too ashamed to do it? Because we want America to love us. We make placards and march up and down the streets for justice. Why? Because we want America to accept us, to love us.
Right.
Read it again.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 33. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love?
Why what?
Trimmest thou thy way to seek love?
Why we trim our ways to seek love? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian. Why? Why? You understand? I blame your preacher. I blame your black leaders for teaching you how to trim your ways. Why? Because he took the bag of money. Now he wanted you to take the bag of money too, to make him rich, to put a Movado watch in his hand. Read.
Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways.
We have what?
Taught the wicked ones thy way.
You want to know why America treat us the way they treat us, man? Why the cops are allowed to shoot us in the backs unarmed? Because we taught America to hate us.
Right.
We taught America that we will love them no matter what they do to us. When we should separate from America. Show America, man. Do you know what America would do if blacks and Hispanics decided to separate from them? You can imagine no black man, no Hispanic man celebrating Christmas. None of these national holidays. They're gonna go broke. They're gonna go broke. You can imagine the so-called Mexicans saying, you know what? I'm not gonna pick no more of your apples, no more of your oranges. What's gonna happen? You think the white man can survive 1 hour in that hot sun? What? Oh, sorry. You think he can survive 1 minute in that hot sun?
Right.
And 106 degrees, picking orange? He gonna fall out and die.
Right.
And that's with 2 layers of sunscreen. He gonna fall out and die.
Right.
He gonna bathe in sunscreen and still try to go do the work, and he gonna die. Because the Lord didn't make him strong like you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian.
Right.
You run America just like you run Egypt way back then, and they know it. They know it, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They know it.
Right.
Read.
Why trimmest thou ways to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. Verse 34. Also in thy skirts is found the blood of the souls of the poor innocents.
You understand? Meaning the so-called oppressor. The native Indian bones are beneath these streets right now.
Right.
And their blood is on the so-called oppressor's hand. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian are beneath the streets of Raleigh today, and their blood is on the oppressor's hand. You understand? He pushes abortion on blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian. Why you don't go and push abortion in Ukraine right now? Why you don't go and push abortion in Africa? Why? You see those babies with fly all in the lip, their belly all swollen big because they're lacking food? Why they gonna say woman health in America, in Africa, woman health in Ukraine? Why they gonna push it? Why? Why always have to push it on us? Because America hates blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's right.
And we have taught America to hate us. We should separate, as the Bible says. Separate from America. And I'm not telling you to go do what Marcus Garvey told us to do. Marcus Garvey told us to go separate and go to Liberia. And Marcus Garvey, where Marcus Garvey lived? Marcus Garvey lived right here in America, right? Until the ship is behind back to Jamaica. You understand? To die in some cell, like some rat. You understand? Like our leaders always try to tell us to do things they will never do. Never do. You understand? And leave us out there to dry. But not Commander Jerry YAHANNA. You come get a flyer, man. We're going to teach you how to live according to God, man.